Y'all, today we finally answer one of the oldest mysteries in the entirety of Wizard 101. And this is something that I've literally been wondering since I was a kid playing. But here's the deal, right? It is officially Halloween in the Spiral. This is like a limited time Halloween event that Wiz runs in April. And because of that, there's a bunch of Halloween packs in the Crown Shop. Packs that we've had in the game for over 10 years. But here's what makes this event so different, y'all. This is the first time that these packs have been in the Crown Shop, while we've also been able to inspect packs for their drop rate. We finally have information on the drop rates of some of the most iconic items in the game. Items that people open up these packs for, that people have been opening up these packs for over a decade. I thought in this video we would go over every Halloween pack and look at how the drop rates have changed over the years, and also just look at what the drop rates are for some of the coolest items in the game. Are these packs actually worth opening like we maybe thought they were? Now, I thought we would of course start with the iconic Nightmare pack. This has been in the Crown Shop for well over a decade. It has some of the most iconic cosmetics in the game, and right away, y'all, even for the lower price of $2.99 a pack, this is so crazy. Now, here's the deal. There are 4 mounts that can drop from this pack, but they each have a 1 in 400 drop rate. Now, these are very, very cool. I think they might be justified being a little bit rarer because these are like highly sought after mount. But for some comparison to like a 2026 pack, if you actually inspect the Hidden Temple Gauntlet, you might notice that the permanent mount that drops from this pack is 1 in 50. It's wild, but even after all these years, I feel like these packs have dropped mounts at a way lower rate than we ever would have expected. The other cosmetics from this are also very sought after. 1 in 145 drop, absolutely crazy. And even the cosmetics that drop from this that you could otherwise buy for crowns from the vendor in the shopping district, also a 1 in 145 drop. Less than a 1% chance of getting any of these extremely cool items. They look really cool, but are they worth it if they're this rare? I think that's a real question that's now on my mind because I've opened up so many of these packs and even gotten some of these items, but would I have ever opened them knowing that there was a less than 1% chance of getting them? And here's my honest opinion on this. These are obviously outdated, as in they stopped updating them for levels back at level 120. So in my opinion, if these are like legacy drop rates, why not make them a little bit better, right? Why not make them more in line with regular packs right now? Because these are really cool. I love the way some of these things look. I just don't think, as someone with my own money that I'm spending and not my parents, you know, I'm not a kid now, I would really think twice about buying this with the 1 in 145. These are really cool though. So I'm not sure I'm 100% on this, and because none of this is like competitive, it's more of like buy it because it looks cool. I guess I can't hate. But even this cool ass hat being 1 in 70, I don't know if I could get behind it. One of the coolest packs in the entire game. And yet, the drop rates are just a little bit too low to my liking. But that's just one pack. Let's move on to the next one. The next Halloween pack that Wizard101 released in the timeline anyways was in 2017 with the Gloomthorn Nightmare pack. And already, the big one, the question we've all been asking: how easy is it to open this pack and get a Headless Horseman spell learned out of it? And this entire time, it has been a 1 in 200 chance. Now, it's a spell. I can look past that. There's all kinds of other things you'd open up this pack for. But as someone that's literally opened this and gotten the spell, kind of crazy to think about. And it's crazy what a difference a year makes. It looks like the mounts literally became twice as easy to get. A 1 in 200 chance is still kind of crazy for a pack, but considering that it's a 299 crowns pack and there's 3 mounts, you're starting to approach the realm of reason with some of these. Again, they look really cool, and you don't need these for stats, so I guess they could justify whatever. But it would still be nice if some of these were like closer to 1 in 100, because if it's 1 in 100 and there's 3 mounts, then you could open up a reasonable amount of packs and get one of these within a few crowns. As far as the actual gear, not terrible. 1 in 39 for the hat. I guess the wands for some reason are just extremely hard to get in comparison. They're like 1 in 132, literally rarer than mount. Probably my favorite cosmetic from this entire pack are the wands. They look ridiculously cool, but these are a 1 in 132 drop, y'all. Something that I would definitely think about if I were to buy this pack for the coolest cosmetic. As far as the robes, they're also 1 in 132, but for some reason, the really cool looking other cosmetics like the hats and the boots and all that, for some reason, they're also 1 in 39. Like, they look pretty cool, but they're actually much easier to get. Very weird pack design. Some of this is okay. Some of this, not so much. But considering only really a couple of years passed between the Nightmare Pack and the Gloomthorn Pack, we're already seeing some progress in terms of how high the drop rates are for some of these items. And the last 299 crowns pack that they ever put out for Halloween, what? Wait, I wasn't even ready for this. 1 in 2,951? Wait, is this a glitch? Why would you ever? I mean, I don't really care about this wand, but why is this? Yo, can I be honest? I didn't look at all of these before this video. I just thought over the years they would get more reasonable. Why did they just go backward? Was this the year where Wiz that ass felt like it was dying? Because I mean, maybe this is why. Like, nah, everything is 1 in 3,000. What is this? Oh, okay. I guess some of the mounts are a little bit easier to get. It's so weird. The mounts got cooler looking, but they got easier to get as time went on. But some of these drops are crazy. Okay, wait. These aren't that bad, I guess. Yeah, there's like a really cool guitar wand. Really cool robe. These are all 1 in 72, and considering the amount of things you can get, you're gonna get one of these probably every other pack at least. Oh, okay. So for some reason they decided to make the gear way easier to get, which I don't mind. I feel like the gear is the real cosmetic and the mounts and whatnot, but for some reason this has to be a glitch, bro. What? I don't even understand what this is. Why would you even put this in a pack if it's this? You're not gonna open up 3,000 packs to get this. You can literally buy this, I'm pretty sure, from the shopping district, dude. So I don't understand what this is. But yeah, weirdly enough, I do think some of the cosmetics from this are easier to get than previous packs, with the exception of some of the first things that we saw. I don't know what the hell is happening with this. All right, let's move on to some of the more modern packs, y'all. Cerberus Master Pack, we're looking at, this came out, I want to say, when 160 was a max. And we're once again right back to the 1 in 300 for some reason. I don't know why they do this. They make a really, really cool mount and then make it 1 in 300. And this is a 399 crowns pack. So honestly, I can't even give them credit for this. Are the other things at least more easy to get? Yes, I guess, yeah, they look cool. Honestly, a 1 in 44 drop from some for this type of stuff, not terrible. I'll be honest, other than the hat, I don't really like how this gear looks. I feel like it's not really their best Halloween cosmetic, but at least it drops a little bit readily. So if you do like how this looks, right? The dog hat thing, whatever this is, then I guess it is a little bit more accessible. But in my opinion, I would really only open this these days, probably for either the wands, which are kind of okay because you can get them pretty easily, or the mount. I still think this needs to be brought down to the realm of reason, because so many people are gonna look at the literal picture on the pack and being like, yo, I want that mount. But they're going for something 1 in 300, but at least a little bit of improvement compared to some of the earlier packs we saw. Finally, the Grim Ferryman pack. This is, I want to say, the most recent pack that they ever put out, and it looks like they have at least 3 mounts I can drop from this, all with a 1 in 300 chance. So every 100 packs, you could maybe get one. But the thing about these is that they all give 1% damage, but they're tied to a gear set that gives school-specific pierce, meaning you're really gonna want to get specific mounts on specific wizards, which for that reason alone means this drop rate is atrociously low. Like, even if it was like something universally usable, and it didn't matter which one you got, maybe I could get behind it, but otherwise it's atrocious. And this is a lovely surprise. The cosmetics look cool. A 1 in 39 drop. Genuinely, the sights look absolutely dope. The hats are some of the coolest hats in the entire goddamn game. They have fire coming out of them. And these are like a 1 in 39 drop, meaning if you count all the cosmetics that you could possibly get, easily one of the best packs you could possibly buy if you're just going for cosmetics, along with some other rewards. It's like it readily drops all this really cool stuff. It's not even that rare. It says rare, but 1 in 39 is totally gettable from any of these packs on any given buy. It is very interesting, man. I mean, these packs have a big story behind them. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong in making this statement, but I genuinely feel like most of these packs were the beginning of KingsIsle's whole monetization around packs being around cosmetics. I feel like these were released around a time where packs really seem to be pushing away from buying them for stats and really just buying them for cosmetics. That's why they were such a big hit. And I'm noticing, like, something like the Grim Ferryman pack, I wouldn't even call this predatory whatsoever. I guess the mounts are a little bit annoying, but they do drop some really cool stuff so you can get into the spirit. The Cerberus Master Pack, if it had better cosmetics, I would probably say the same thing. But now that I see these numbers, I'm not really sure I would buy the Nightmare Pack unless they adapted some of these. So my real feedback, now that we have these numbers, is probably for some of the older packs, like the Nightmare pack and the Gloomthorn pack, like these look so cool, man. They look so cool. They put resources into some of these designs and they look dope. It's not like they did all of this and it came out awful. Like, this is a cool ass wand, but it's got to catch up to modern times, especially now that we have this information to give feedback with the actual stats. I think we could all agree that as cool as it is, it's not justified being a 1 in 132 drop. I feel like as cool as these mounts are, they're not justified being a 1 in 400 drop. I'm glad that the drop rates have gotten better, especially for the non-mount things as time has gone on. And you know what? Credit where credit is due. I think Wiz is taking a lot of feedback into account there. But if they are really taking all the feedback, why not revisit some of these older packs so that we could really get into the Halloween holiday spirit? I feel like people would buy these packs even more if they could actually get some of these items more. They would see more people running around with them and they'd be like, okay, why don't I take a stab at it? But right now, as it is, I don't recommend buying some of these older packs now that I have this info, even though these are some of my favorite packs in the game. I'd buy everything but the Nightmare and the Gloomthorn pack, but maybe that's just my opinion. This video was probably all over the place. Honestly, this was just more of seeking answers for myself that I knew I needed, but I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts. Maybe you're a long-time Wiz player. Maybe you've opened up these packs over the years. Would y'all have opened them? All of these packs anyways, if you knew the drop rates before, and how would y'all change the drop rates? I also would love to hear y'all's thoughts on how y'all see the shift. I feel like there's a meaningful shift in the drop rates as time has gone on with these packs. These packs represent packs released from 2014 all the way to like just a few years ago, and I think that it does show. It definitely does show. But I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts, y'all. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a sub if you're new, and let me know what other videos y'all trying to see. And as always, if somebody hasn't told you're awesome today, they doing something wrong. Stay awesome. See y'all soon. And yeah.